What's up, guys? So today we're just going to be talking about a possible plot theory for the Power Rangers reboot. So let's get right into it. What's up, guys? Welcome to Geek Frenzy. If you're finding us for the first time, essentially what we do in this channel is we make fan films, talk about new news in the comic book movie industry. If you haven't seen our previous videos, feel free to check it out. And yeah, so essentially what we're doing here is we're taking the plot rumors that have surfaced, and we're just gonna kind of make a story, somewhat of a story out of those plot points. So yeah, so essentially in this movie there is a cult of sorts known as the Cult of Zed that views the Morphin Grid as a way to attain limitless energy. A teen runs away because he discovers that he has Morphin Grid energy inside of him and fears that he will become somewhat of a lab rat to them. A team of ragtag teens with the same occurrence pop out of nowhere. They figure out how to harness their energy to become rangers themselves. However, they do not have zords and their weapons and suits are all human-made. Out of nowhere, the Time Force Rangers step into the picture. I know it sounds far-fetched if you think about it, but they really have a role to play here. You see, they're not the Time Force Rangers that we know from the Time Force season. They're runaways from the Time Force Academy. They've come back to the past to prove once and for all that they are worthy of becoming a squad Power Rangers. They have access to all the Zords from the past and they are knowledgeable on how to utilize them, as opposed to the Rogue Rangers that I just mentioned, the ragtag teams, who essentially are noobs in terms of using the Morphin Grid energy, as opposed to these experienced cadets, essentially. And they've come back to the past to put an end to a time aberration, which are actually those 5 ragtag teens. They shouldn't essentially exist, or they should exist but not with powers. Okay, they fight a couple of times, but essentially the rogue teens ended up running away because their motivation is they just want to find normal lives to fill, because after they were affected by whatever gave them the Morphin Grid energy, they haven't essentially lived peaceful lives. So that's essentially what their motivations would be. The Time Force cadets want to capture them, and that's their motivation, because they want to become a squad Rangers. Eventually, in a very dramatic fashion, they capture the rogue teens, and as a result they travel back to the future, to which they realize that they don't have enough juice, that they're going to need the Morphin Grid energy from the teens. The cadets realize that this means that they will have to drain the life energy from the rogue teens, and essentially the time ship malfunctions and they are shot back to 1993, before the existence of the first Power Rangers. So that's just kind of a plot idea that I had. There's more to it, but I don't know. The plan is, if this theory doesn't really pull through, then I don't know, maybe I'll make a series out of this. But yeah, that's kind of my idea, because I know I wanted to incorporate all of the plot points. Time travel was mentioned, Lord Zed was mentioned, so that's what I thought of the Cult of Zed. The utilization of previous seasons Zords and weapons were taken into account, and also the fact that there were essentially saying that there were going to be more than 5 Rangers. So that's why I wanted to incorporate 2 teens. And there's this plot twist running through my head, where the Time Force cadets aren't exactly who they seem to be, not in terms of morality. They're still good guys, but they're not who they say they are. They're still members of the Time Force Academy, but might have something to do with their colors. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Power Rangers reboot plot theory. I made some fan art, and I may or may not show it in this video, but if not, I'll show it the next video. And I think this idea is very far-fetched. It's very far-fetched, but it's kind of what I came up with, based, like I said, based on those plot elements that were rumored to be in the Power Rangers reboot. So yeah, shoot me your thoughts below. If you guys thought it was horrible, please let me know. If you guys thought that it was it needs adjustments, just shoot down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe. This piece of concept art is unofficial, but it was produced